JNTV.
Suspending Twitter is a violation of our human rights, says Desmond Elliot. Plus, former Nigerian President Obasanjo tells Nigeria to cry to God for solution. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you, depending on the location you're watching us from. A very big welcome to you. This is DJMTV Daily News Update, a WhatsApp channel where you get the latest news all around the world. In case you are new to this channel, please do subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you could be the first to get notified each time we post a new video. Let's get to the main news. One of Nigerian filmmaker who became a politician, Desmond Elliot, has lent his voice against the federal government's decision to suspend Twitter's operation in Nigeria. We can recall that on Friday, the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, through a statement by his special assistant on media, Mr. Shehu Adeyemi, announced the indefinite suspension of Twitter's operation in Nigeria. The statement read thus: the federal government has suspended indefinitely the operation of the microblogging and social media giant network service Twitter in Nigeria. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, announced the suspension in a statement issued in Abuja on Friday, saying that the persistent use of the platform for activities that are capable of undermining Nigeria's corporate existence. Alhaji Lai Mohammed also said that the federal government has also directed the National Broadcasting Commission to immediately commence the process of licensing all social media operations and all operation of OTT in Nigeria. In the early hours of Saturday morning, the Twitter ban took effect to the displeasure of many Nigerians, especially celebrities who use the platform to communicate directly with their fans. Representing Surulere at the Lagos State House of Assembly, Desmond Elliot in his Twitter trend has called on the federal government to reverse the suspension, stating that the ban, no matter the reason, tramples upon our fundamental human rights as a people. He also said, "I want to admonish our government to always remember that the people's right to express themselves freely must not be compromised. This ban, no matter the reason, profound trampled upon our fundamental human rights as a people in Nigeria." Desmond Elliot also reminded the federal government that the Nigerian youth trade their wares and advertise their businesses and services via the microblogging site, as the unemployment rate in Nigeria is on the increase. In a democratic society like ours, he continued, we must weigh the economic and social impact of suspension on the population, especially our teeming youth and entrepreneurs who depend solely on this platform to carry out their legitimate businesses. In the past, our government have shown that the required goodwill to stand on side of the people even when it is not too convenient for them to do so. I believe that this won't be an exception. I want to appeal to the federal government to reconsider this ban in the interest of our people and our country at large. Meanwhile, the politician has come under fire several times on Twitter after some of his comments did not sit down well with many Nigerian youths. As it was seen in October 2020 during the EndSARS protest, he was heavily criticized for allegedly supporting anti-social media bills in the House of Assembly in Lagos State, an allegation he earlier denied when the news first filtered in social media. However, in a viral video that still circulates all over the internet, he was seen criticizing social media users and influencers, emphasizing that if the Nigerian state doesn't stop social media, it will destroy Nigeria. His comments were not taken so lightly by the Nigerian youth on social media, as the popular Nigerian pidgin slangs na Desmond Elliot caused am, which means that it was his fault that it was born in the first place. The slangs trend occasionally on the social media Twitter space. The one-time former president of Nigeria, General Olusegun Obasanjo, retired on Saturday, has called on Nigerians to cry to God for solution over what he branded overwhelming challenges confronting Nigeria. Mr. Olusegun Obasanjo said that Nigerians as well as leaders at all levels were overwhelmed by the current challenges in the land. He said this on Saturday in Abeokuta, Ogun State, when he spoke during the 16th edition of Breakfast Prayer held virtually and organized in honor by the Christians Association of Nigeria, Ogun State chapter. He made this statement by making a biblical reference to Psalm 27 verse 7, emphasizing the need for prayer to battle difficult situations in the country. He said, "We seem to have been overwhelmed with the crisis in our land. That is why we are here. When we have some challenges that are beyond what we can handle, we have to cry to God. Our land needs to be healed. Those in government, executives, legislators, public servants, civil servants, private servants are all overwhelmed. God cannot be overwhelmed. He is the omnipotent, He is omnipresent, and He is omniscience. I believe that there's nothing too hard for Him to do. He can heal our land, and that is the reason why we are here." The Archbishop of Lagos Ecclesiastical Province Anglican Communion, Michael Fape, said Nigeria is in a very difficult time. The bishop, who spoke on God's approved way for the solution to the problem of Nigeria, made reference to 2 Chronicles 7 verse 14, saying that things had fallen apart in the country and we could not hold it back. They still embezzle the resources that should be used for public. Nigeria is in dire need of divine intervention. We should humble ourselves, repent of our sin, and turn away from our wicked way, he said. When all these are done, God will come down from heaven and heal our land. So guys, this is where we draw the curtain for this edition of DJMTV News Update. But before we go, the headline: suspending Twitter is a violation of our human rights, says Desmond Elliot. Plus, former Nigerian President Obasanjo tells Nigerians to cry to God for solution. Now, some Nigerians have looked critically into what Desmond Elliot has said, claiming that suspending Twitter is a violation of human rights, and then he has come out to beg the federal government to reverse what they have said. But then we recall how he supported a bill in 2020 when the EndSARS process was on, for the social media to be banned, to be removed from the surface of Nigeria, because he felt that it was used to spark up some kind of electric shock in the people. Now, it is the same person coming out to say that the federal government should not trample on the human rights of Nigerians. Is he trying to contradict himself? Like many Nigerians have said, now Desmond Elliot na him cause am. Of course, he is the reason Nigerians or federal government would have come up to say, let's ban Twitter, because that's what Nigerians are saying. So we don't know. What do you think? Again, the former president also has told Nigerians to cry to God for solution. He has made us understand that it is only God who can help us.
Yeah.
DJMTV.